What's going on, Taurus? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. Now, the theme of this week's monthly spread is going to be a monthly check-in, Taurus. With everything that's going down, all these planetary shifts, we just want to make sure you're doing well and get you prepped for what's to come. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems. Feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Taurus. Now, Taurus, with this spread, I'm going to be going till Higher Self says stop. We're just going with the flow. And just so you all know, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And then lastly, the decks that I'm working with. This one is the this one is the Tarot of the Divine deck. Oof, I like that. And the other one is the Anatomy of a Witch Oracle deck. And I'll include links for these decks and other ones that I like down in the description box below. So definitely check that out if you're interested there, Taurus. But Taurus, I am with this combo here. Because starting off here, you got the Eight of Swords in reverse, and then we got the Death card. And this is an exciting time, Taurus, because this is exactly what I feel all of these energies are trying to get us to do right now. Especially, I feel, one, with Saturn having entered Pisces last week. Saturn is a planet of restrictions and limitations and karma. And where Saturn can appear kind of like a hard ass, because the last time Saturn changed signs, we had a big craziness went down. But Saturn doesn't do these things to just keep us down, Taurus. If anything, Saturn puts these limitations on us to shine a light on what areas that we need to grow in, and what ways that we may, or what areas that may be holding us back or holding us down and embodying the best versions of ourselves. And so with Saturn moving down, and then you got next week on the 23rd, depending on when you're watching this, 23rd of March, Pluto is going to be moving into Aquarius. And that's going to change the game up, Taurus. And I don't want you to panic. If anything, I want you to get pumped, because it is going to be a different, there's going to be a big change, because Pluto only changes signs every 20-ish years. So we're really going to feel the collective, the soul tribe is really going to feel this shift. And this is something, Taurus, that we're going to want to embrace these changes, and be adaptable during these, these transitions, because there's going to be a lot of old things that are going to be ending, but they're also at the same time, there's going to be a lot of new stuff that's coming into the mix here. When Pluto comes through and changes signs, Pluto's bringing that necessary change that is needed for us to raise our vibrations. And so we want to make sure, Taurus, that if we're noticing things that are holding us back and that are keeping us down and that are hindering this growth, impeding this journey, then we want to start, start phasing those things out and start working some things in. Taurus, because when I even think about all this transitory energy that's going down, sometimes we can get maybe so caught up on the stuff that we're letting go. Let's say if we're thinking maybe we're going to change up diets, or maybe we're going to start working out more, maybe we're going to start working in hobbies, maybe we want to quit drinking, smoking, gambling, whatever it is that we set out during these cycles. It's not just about the sacrifice. It's about what are you going to do to help level up. It's like, sure, I got to cut, got to start working out more, but man, I can't wait for the body to start feeling, feeling more mobile again, or, maybe not feeling as stiff, and, being able to do more. And, just looking at it from a couple perspectives here, because I'm just thinking with this energy, this is Mars and Gemini. And sometimes I feel that, thinking about Mars being a planet of action, when we're thinking about taking these next steps towards change, don't look at it as, like we got to go through. Great. More transformation? Yes. More transformation. Because even to you, Taurus, think about, this is Scorpio's card. And Scorpio is the opposite sign of you, on the zodiac wheel. So, in Taurus, this is going to be an excellent time for you as well, considering all this stuff that's going down while we're talking about planetary shifts. Your ruler, Venus, depending when you're watching this, on the 16th, when I'm recording, the 16th? Yes. The 16th, Venus is going to be moving into your sign later this evening. I think around like 6, maybe close to 7 p.m. That's going to be Central Time, we're assuming, when I look that up. But Venus is at one of her homes. She's relaxing. She's going to be taking care of herself, getting herself back stable. She's been traveling through the signs. It's been a roller coaster. So this is, I feel like, take a note from your ruler. During this time, relax, embrace this change and take care of yourself. Mind, body, soul. Make sure that we're all in alignment here, that we're doing things that resonate with us, that are raising our vibration. Take care, while I'm talking about her entering back in one of her homes, Taurus, not that I'm saying that your place, needs to be cleaned, but, take a look around. How is your environment looking? We're getting ready to get up into Aries season soon. There's going to be so much freshness that's coming. Eclipse seasons, or there's going to be eclipse in your season next month. So much, Taurus. So we got some stuff that, we got some stuff to get prepped for. It's going to be busy. So while you can, Taurus, relax. And again, focus on these things. If there's areas in our lives where we feel like that we want to improve, that we're holding down, or that are needing our attention, don't neglect that, Taurus. Give that some space, give that some time, because it's going to reward you in the long run. Bet. Especially I feel like with the Empress being at home, you take care of yourself, or being at one of her homes. I feel like, take care of yourself, Taurus. And man, the Empress is abundant. Let's get some more. Let's get some more on this, Taurus. Interesting. Okay. We got the Three of Swords here, Taurus. And with this Three of Swords, I feel that, again, this is really going to be a good time for any type of healing, Taurus. If we have something that really, because maybe during this period, this letting go phase or letting go time, or this transitions, this can be a lot, Taurus, with everything that's going down. And, if you're keeping up with the news, I don't personally, I don't really watch the news, but, I've been hearing, the soul tribe's been keeping me informed. And with everything that's going down, all the stresses, and maybe there's some stuff that maybe you're noticing some others may be feeling these changes. And this is going to be a time, Taurus, really be mindful of where our thoughts are at, what we're telling ourselves, the people that we're keeping around us, what energies that they're bringing. On top of that, be mindful of and it's not me saying that you need to be that you have to tune out from the news or, what's going down in the world. But Taurus, I will say, if we're watching things that or listening to things, because this could even be, if we're listening to podcast or radio or whatever, YouTube, and if it's getting us stressed out or, feeling, even possibly feeling sad, depressed, whatever that is, taking care to unplug from that sometimes, because believe me, if you unplug for a little bit, the world is not going to collapse, overnight, or you know what I mean, Taurus. If tuning into this stuff is putting your health, your mental, physical, whatever, at detriment, taking some space from that, it's okay to have, like reading breaks or like news breaks. If there's a lot that's going down, pause for a second. Taurus, I just did something where I was doing like a whole bunch of studying here as of late. I mean, it's just been just almost just borderline aggressive, and I took like a week and just didn't do any kind of studying, no kind of reading, no kind of scrolling, looking up articles on my computer or anything. Just like really just was present. And it was a little uncomfortable at first, but it ultimately it was a lot better for me down the line. It helped calm the mind down a little bit, because Taurus, when you're because it doesn't matter, whether you're learning stuff just to learn things, or for an interest, or if we're keeping up with global affairs or whatnot. If we're just under constant mental stimulation and just like stuff all the time, it doesn't give the brain a second to process that. So that's where I'm getting at. Like maybe you don't got to take like a week, Taurus. If you could even just like take a day, or maybe even take maybe during the evening times, maybe before we go to bed, we just tune out. Like, okay, we're unplugging. It's just present time. We're just gonna maybe we'll do some journaling before bed, or do some straightening up before bed, or some dishes, or whatever, Taurus. I find anything that can bring you any sort of like work in some relaxing hobbies during this time while you're empressing through your transformation here. Take some time, really, and do some nice things for yourself. Get yourself in a state of relaxation and calm and peace, because then too, Taurus, that when we're operating from those states of mind, then it helps us navigate these transformative times a lot more efficiently. The metamorphosis doesn't feel nearly as taxing or as arduous as it may normally feel for you. So just something to keep in mind. There's going to be a lot of that going down too. I feel where maybe if not you, Taurus, maybe like people around us might be feeling this, might be feeling down, depressed, and just being aware that it's just we're all going through a shift here, and let this be a reminder too, to show yourself some compassion, but also be mindful of others as well during this time, because they could just be, it's going to affect all of us, but it's going to affect all of us differently, Taurus. So, all right, let's see what else we got. All right, Seven of Wands. With the Seven of Wands, Mark? The Seven of Wands, more protection, Taurus. Really be mindful of your energy during this time. Protect your energies from anything that's going to lower your vibration, really. Whether it be, first, protect your energy from you. If you're in like a real negative type of headspace, being mindful of that. If you're noticing that you're kind of getting caught up and maybe spiraling during this time, doing some things to maybe break that up. Again, journaling I find is an effective one. That's just personally for me, Little sidebar about me. I have a Cancer sun, Gemini moon, and so that just alone is just a lot. A lot of cycles and fluctuations and emotions all over the place. So I find that when these kind of things happen, sometimes just journaling them out, so you could even if it doesn't help the feeling, it helps find a source. So then it's just like, oh, okay, I'm feeling it because of this. And then you can just kind of let that be for a second. Then it's just like, okay, that takes the stress away from it. I'm not just feeling it just because it's random, Or, if we have others that may be kind of bringing the energy down, or Because here's the thing, Taurus, while we're going through this change too, who knows where this might take you? Maybe you want to try new things, maybe explore different options. Maybe you want to travel, who knows? And maybe some others may not agree with that at this time. There may be like Taurus, with the state of everything is going down, it's mad panic. You got to stay locked up, you got to do all these things. And, Taurus, well, I'm definitely, want you to be safe, but also, we want to be mindful of, do your, what's best for you, and, 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 you just want to make sure that, and I'm sure, like, let's say, for example, if this is like family or friends that may be criticizing, these new things that we're doing or whatever, understand that it just may be coming from, I feel like it's going to come from a loving place, but it's just like how I tell you at the beginning, it's one of those things you take what resonates with you and you leave the rest with them, and just being mindful of that. And I find that that's one of the easier ways to express compassion without having any kind of feelings hurt, and then like you get they feel heard, and you've gotten, because who knows, there might be a little nugget or two maybe you didn't even think about, so there may be some valid opinions in there. But yeah, just being mindful of, again, just the energies that are around you, people, and what we're telling ourselves as well. Let's get some more on this, Taurus. And with this energy too, Taurus, absolutely. I was just going to say, this is going to be something where, I'm also getting like a persevering through in this time, with the Seven of Wands. Because the Seven of Wands is, I want to say it's Saturn in Leo. And when we're going through this stuff right here, there may be some moments where I'm thinking with this Two of Wands in reverse, where we might feel like we're lost, or we may feel kind of stuck, or that we're not sure where we want to go next. But I find, Taurus, if we feel like we may be kind of lost, I was actually just someone else that I like watching made a statement that I kind of really liked. And if you ever feel lost, Taurus, it's not that you're lost. Think of it as you're on a discovery right now. And that's where it's during this time. It's listening to that, to yourself, and listening to your intuition, because these times may feel like they're going to try to hold you back at sometimes, but it's powering through, Taurus. It's persevering, because when we keep that momentum, keep that drive, like I was saying, these energies are going to reward those who work with it, and really, when we're talking about just working with the energies, it really is just doing things that are raising your vibration. And in turn, that's going to lead to you raising the vibration for others. It's a beautiful thing how this goes, but we have to keep that momentum. We got to keep that drive. And to realize too, Taurus, with the Two of Wands, it may feel like, we're journeying to the unknown and that there's so many options, but that's the flip side. There's so many options. We're journeying to the unknown. This is an opportunity to manifest, change, and, introduce some new creative things into the mix, and to work with each other. It's really, I feel like, Taurus, a beautiful time is getting ready to be upon us here. And it's going to be one of those. It's just those who take action and keep powering through. Those are the ones that are really going to feel the benefits of this energy. So, more. Interesting. But actually perfect, because you got the Nine of Cups in reverse. And the Nine of Cups, Taurus, this is normally, because maybe I'm thinking with this Two of Wands, maybe some of us were at this place right now where we might feel kind of stuck or stopped right now, because we're not sure, what that next chapter looks like. What is happiness looking like in this next cycle. And Taurus, where I get at the moment that may feel overwhelming, and that may have us feeling upset, because maybe we're thinking that maybe we're seeing others we think that maybe some others have the whole thing figured out, and it's just like we may be behind. But Taurus, you are exactly where you need to be at this point in your journey. And the fact that you're asking that question, is great because it opens up, it gives the universe an opportunity to respond back, you know? And I feel that in order for us to find what makes us happy, Taurus, we start incorporating things that start making us happy, you know. And I know that may sound, you know, maybe a little overly simplistic, but really, Taurus, working in little things, you know, like taking this time, you know, while, like I was saying with the, you know, Venus being in your sign, taking time to take care of yourself, or, you know, doing some hobbies. You know, what do you like doing? Have you had chance to get out in nature? Or, you know, maybe you like, you know, if you want to throw like a barbecue or something, you know, like throwing social gatherings, or cooking, Taurus, you know, maybe if we've been maybe eating out or something along those lines, you know, maybe making more time to cook some home meals. But whatever, you know, I find that if we start being in that loving energy, you know, and really start treating ourselves and, you know, with love, and doing stuff that we like, that we love, that's what we attract, and the answers start becoming clear to us. And I know that may sound a little, it may seem a little fanciful at first or mysterious, but it's like that. It's just like, you know, when you feel inspired, it's like you'll be doing something that you doing something that you like, and then the universe is just like, oh, let's throw a little nugget in there, that little idea there, since you become a magnet. You know, think about the nine of cups. Think about love it like that. You focus on what you want to attract, and then you get in that energy. You know, if we've been thinking that, you know, we've been wanting a change, we've been wanting something new, maybe start by, when I was talking about checking your environment, maybe going through checking our closet. Do we have any old stuff that we want to maybe donate, or that we maybe even need to get rid of, to make space for this new? Because that's the thing, Taurus, too. You know, if we're not happy with where we're at in life, it's adjusting those things. You know, it's seeing what's dragging our energies down, and how can we alleviate that? Do we need to work in more time for us? Do we, you know, and playing around with that. But it's going to be something that you're going to have to take action on this to make this manifest, because the Nine of Cups, this is Mars and Pisces. And Mars, you know, I'm thinking, you know, Pisces is very creative, can be very dreamy, you know, kind of energy. And Mars is the planet of action. And that's what we're going to need to do to make our dreams come true. We need to create that, Taurus. And, you know, even when I'm thinking about that, I don't know if I had mentioned, Mars is going to be entering Cancer on the 25th of March. And the energies are going to be, you know, Mars can be kind of hot energy, you know, kind of real direct, but being in Cancer, it's going to be watered down a little bit. And my son's in Cancer, and I find that, or one interesting little fact about Cancerians, it's like, if a Cancer isn't feeling it, you know, if it's not resonating with them, they're not going to do it. They're just not interested. And I feel that with Mars being in Cancer, this is going to be a good time if we focus on those things that we want to nurture, that we feel makes, you know, that is calling to us. I feel that the energy is going to intensify that, so maybe that North Star will guide us there, Taurus. So just kind of really paying attention to that, and not dismiss any of the stuff any of the ideas that may come up. You know, maybe while we're thinking about, what would make me happy, or what would sound like a good idea. Let's say if like skiing pops in your head, and you're just like, I don't even own any skis, I've never been skiing before. There you go. Try it out. See what happens. Maybe book yourself a course, you know, go on a vacation, figure that out. Go to a ski resort and see, who knows where that takes you. Maybe you meet someone there who knows, Taurus. But you'd be amazed, you know, just being in that energy, how things change. Someone. Let's see what else, Taurus. Because, you know, actually, the funny thing about this, when I'm talking about being in energies that you love, Taurus, just for an example, thinking about this card, I don't remember the fairy tale that this is, or the story that this is based off of, but this this guy here, because this guy, he's actually a male, but what happened is, in order to get this woman here, he took on the image of a woman. I don't know if he got a wish granted or what, but he, in order to get who he loved, he embodied the energy that he needed to. So Taurus, and I know that may seem extreme, Taurus, but it's your dream. You know, why not? Thanks, Nine of Cups. I love it. Nope. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Let's see what else we got here. Ooh, got a little pocket here. I'm with it. Okay, so we have interesting. You know, Taurus, I'm with this, because here's the thing. Okay. So, reversal-wise, we have the Ace of Coins, the Ten of Swords, and the King of Swords in reverse. And then we have the Five of Coins and the King of Wands upright. With this little reversal pocket here, you know, Taurus, with everything that's going down, you know, all these energies, I'm thinking with this Three of Swords, kind of Eight of Swords here. This is going to be a time, because you might have be getting over something, or you may be, because here's the thing, with the Ten of Swords, and really this combo, I feel that it's like, I'm talking about all this abundance and how this is going to be a great time and how things are going to change. In Taurus, I feel like that it may be something where we may not see the abundance at the moment. You know, maybe this is something where we're still we're processing something, either something that has gone down or maybe something that's currently happening. You know, we may be in like an intense situation, because the Ten of Swords can be a card of like hitting rock bottom, hitting, you know, a card of betrayal, a card of just really just not ideal. But the nice thing I feel about the Ten of Swords as well is like, sure, it's like the unthinkable has happened. So now that it's transpired, there's only up from here. And granted, it's going to be as it makes sense as you heal and process through this, Taurus. But I feel that this Ace of Coins here is reminding you that there is, you know, these situations that go down here, even the intense ones, Taurus, you know, and this may be an intense time for you right now, you know, depending on where we're at on our journey. But they all are, it's happening for a reason. It's not meant to feel like it's like you're all alone in this, that you're going to keep, that you're suffering in this by yourself, you know, because really, Taurus, everybody is going to be feeling this. I mean, really, just even thinking about this week alone, this has been a roller coaster just for me personally. And I mean it for no reason. Well, plenty of reason, planetary shifts and you know, aspects and all types of stuff. But it's just where the energy's moving right now, Taurus. But no, again, you're not alone in this. And this is something too, Taurus, you know, if we're going through something right now and we're feeling alone and we're feeling by ourselves in this, I feel like don't suffer in silence if we have someone that we can reach out to, you know, and if this is something where if we need to branch out, you know, maybe thinking about getting like some, like maybe professional help or however that looks like for you, Taurus. You know, this isn't medical advice, but getting a game plan during this time is going to be key, you know, keeping yourselves busy with improving with self-improvements and self-care and all of that, Taurus, because, you know, the King of Wands, he's very passionate about whatever it is that he's doing, but especially when it comes to taking care of his energies, bet he's going to do whatever it takes to take care of this vessel here. I mean, he's in a phoenix right now. We got to take care of this, Taurus. And Taurus, look at that. He's a phoenix. This is going to be you, Taurus. We may feel like we're in, you may be in this place right now. You just rose out of the ashes. You know, you're a fresh phoenix chick. You're covered in just, you know, feathers and fire and whatnot. And I can't tell you the last time I watched a phoenix hatch, but you may be at that place right now where everything's new, everything's foreign, it's a little awkward, we're adjusting right now. But Taurus, with time, with self-care, with practice, with adjustment, this is going to be you bringing that heat, bringing the sun, and expanding and growing, and all of the abundance, that we've been working on, I feel like is going to come your way, Taurus. Because even though when we get reversals, even if they're a reversal, that just means they're reverse at the moment. This is, if anything, I love when reversals pop up because, okay, good, I have a clear picture of what I need to work on. And the Ace of Coins as well. And not to say that you're not graceful, or you are graceful, but not to say that you're not grateful, Taurus. But this can also be a card of practicing gratitude, taking that extra step, And it can be as simple as you appreciating the beverage that you have each morning, or being able to scroll on YouTube, or honestly, just being able to greet the day. That's just little things like that. I find, to just little pick-me-ups to get you throughout your day is gonna help you get through this period just fine here, Taurus Mark. Dope. All right, Taurus, let's get into some oracle cards here. Okay. But yeah, Taurus, this is all going to make sense in the end. And lovely. You got the new moon in reverse here. See, more reversals. But this is the new moon, Taurus. The new moon is an opportunity to start something new, to plant a seed of whatever you want. Do you want to, and interesting, we're going to be hitting up, again, depending on when you're watching this, on when is the new moon in Aries? On the 21st is when the new moon in Aries starts. So we're getting into a new cycle, Taurus. What do you want to do? This is a time that it's time to get eyes on the areas that we need to improve, Taurus, because and again, that's not me trying to scare you. It's just, how we can work with these energies at this time, start thinking about that, Taurus. This is a ripe time. I really, Taurus, the energies are hot right now. So more. All right, let's switch back over. I see that Serpent card. We're going to talk about that. I like the Serpent card. And we have the Witch Heart in Taurus. The Serpent card is like, how do I even want to put this? It's like old energy. This is like the energy that, like wild, untamed energy. That energy that when we start focusing on ourselves and really start putting in that growth and embrace the metamorphosis, the change, it's unlocking a level of abundance that's unreal. It's really dipping into almost like Kundalini energy vibes. It's really kind of sacred energy here. So Taurus, this is what I mean. The time is ripe, and this is going to be really. You got the Witch Heart as your last card. You see how you got this eye on this heart here? Having eyes, one, on how we're feeling, one, but also getting eyes on, what are your heart's desires? Are we doing the things that we want to do, that we set out to accomplish in life? And if not, again, you see how it has these cycles in reverse here, or cycles underneath this the heart here? Thinking about those things and nurturing yourself and your dreams and your aspirations throughout the cycles, and watching you grow and watching how this journey flourishes as you embark on this thing, as you tackle these changes. So make the most of this, Taurus, really. And two, think about this. I've been talking about earth energy. Don't mind me. It's just cat hair all over the place. The perks of living with the little fur balls, but you being an earth sign, you are very in tune with this material realm here, Taurus, and the earth. And I really do feel that during this time, and really just in the future, that earth signs would really benefit getting back in touch with nature. And it's not to say that you're disconnected, but really carving out more times to recharge your energy and really just reconnect with the earth, because you are more than just the material things. Like, yes, you can manifest like the material stuff that you need, but it's something different, when you're connecting with the earth. That's with that type of serpent energy. That's what I'm talking about here. So just something to think about, Taurus, while we're just going through this time. But I think I'm going to leave that there. So something resonated with you, Taurus, give it a thumbs up and share this. If we, especially we know someone who might be kind of struggling, going through a tough time with this, because it's a lot, Taurus, and it's gonna look different on everyone. And I promise you, everyone is feeling it to some way, shape, form, degree. So we're all in this together, Taurus. But it's reminding that sometimes, sometimes we forget that, because the situations can feel so unique to us sometimes, that we do forget that on a base level, we all go through Five of Coins. We absolutely all go through the Death card. So let's just, share that, Taurus. And then if you haven't already, subscribe and then hit that bell button. You get notified when I release videos each week. And then social media, I'm going to get better as far as like posting on, Facebook and Instagram and whatnot. But I have been really active on Insight Timer. It's a meditation app that I like. I've been working with them for years. We don't have any kind of partnership, but I'm at this place, on the journey where if we have tools that have helped us personally, we share that, and the more you know, the better, But it's a free meditation app. They have a premium version if you want it. But I started a group on there called Zodiac's Raising the Vibration. And it's just a little spot to drop positive affirmations and encouraging messages. And then as the group grows, I want to do, start like scheduling different meditations. And I have this picture, funny enough, with the Empress. I want to do like a self-care with the Empress, like meditations or something along those lines. So I think it would be a lot of fun. So, but that'll be just as things grow, and we'll see where it takes off from there. But check that out. Again, it's Zodiac's Raising the Vibration, and that's on the app Insight Timer. So, come meditate with me and send a thanks for meditating with me. And then lastly, if you have any Cancer in your placements, sun, moon, rising, wherever, come check out my other channel, The Chariot Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We absolutely discuss lunar shenanigans and all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here so I can get you out of here. Interesting. We got the Lovers in reverse here, Taurus. And then for your Oracle card, we got the Memory in reverse, or excuse me, the Memory card upright. And with the Memory card popping up, during this time, we may be feeling a little nostalgic. We might be feeling like, man, remember like the good old days when times were easier, when there weren't all this stuff, this change that was going down here. But Taurus, I feel that the Memory card is a reminder that yes, we had some good times back during these last cycles. It was great. We had our ups, we had our downs, but this is an opportunity to create new memories, to create new experiences. And with the Lovers card, popping up in reverse, this is a good time to connect back with yourself. Not that I say that you feel that you're disconnected, but like really getting in touch with yourself, connecting with higher self, God, Buddha, Jesus, however we connect to the source, and it can be, and that's just on a spiritual side, connecting with the mind, making sure that we're okay mentally, seeing where we're at there. Again, connecting to the Lovers for me. It's about connections, and it's also a card of decisions, Taurus, because it's one thing to know all of this stuff, you know, that, or, you know, to be aware of all of these things that are wanting to improve. But it's another to, do we take this knowledge and just know it? Or do we put it to action and turn that knowledge into wisdom? Because that's what happens when we put what we learn into practice. We become wise, Taurus. We become experienced. We grow from this. So really, take this time and bond with yourself. And you know I wouldn't tell you what to do. You know I'm going to kick it with you on this journey regardless. It's a judgment-free zone. But realizing that whereas yes, action has its, you know, I don't even want to say consequences, but whereas, you know, taking action has its line of results, inaction also has a list of, you know, results as well. You can still have something happening even if you're not doing anything, Taurus. So just something to be aware of, okay? But I think I'm going to leave that there. So stay safe out there. And Taurus, really, during this time, raise your vibration just through the roof. Really, take care of yourself, okay? And I will catch you on the next one later.